recorded by David. So today is going to be a very interesting day. Okay, thank you very much everyone for coming to this BI Scrum, the synchronized Scrum. First, let's start with the update from Lilis. Lilis, over to you.
User, from my side, aduh.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, we should just chill. Yeah.
Yum 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 yum.
We have marathon meetings
Yeah,
in
we
like
have marathon meeting as
man.
well. Yeah.
Okay, for my first card, it's actually a card for assisting to
Yep.
12 KPIs. Where
Yep.
I've revised the uh, diagram actually, and the result is we will have some 12 KPI later on, which
Yep.
is first is the profit divided by the expenses, which it is the efficiency of our operation. And then I think I have summarized it like below in the activity. Yeah, positive review per guest checkout, and then repetitive guest per guest checkout, overall occupancy per total properties, and then the number of full-time employee per the employee, and the breakdown for the leadership capability. There will be additional discovery and also prioritization, and addition to Mr. Jing, there also KPI about the number of days stay, I think. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But perhaps my question, how we can monitor this KPI later on? Can we transform it to redash later on, maybe for this, or should we
This one
calculate
is
it?
already monitored, I think.
Yeah, some of it already
Yeah, some
monitored.
already monitored. This one is already, but the data is still need to be adjusted from bigger side. This one, I think we have the data in bigger, and I think it's in the HR dashboard. It shows the list, not really the ratio for now. This one, this one is is this the pivot from HR that is
Uh-huh.
going to be is still being under ideation stage by the product development, and this one is Dilas and
Anis,
Anis project. Yeah.
yep, and also the accounting team, which is Alvin
Yep.
and Bella.
So basically, for the ones that are automated, the one that the data, the ones with data already in bigger, we can visualize them in Redash. But for those who still use the manual process, after the framework is done, then we can start the automation process. But for now, the one that's still manual, we can do it manually. Um, so just to make sure, Liz, for this one, each of this component has already like the action plan, yeah, for each one, yeah, I believe.
Uh,
Only this one and
Action
this one,
plan.
yeah, like how to achieve this end.
Oh no, that's only the KPI. No action plan so far for that.
No, on how to get the data and
Oh, how
where
to get the
to, yeah,
data.
how to get the data, where to display it, and
I
so on and so
think
forth.
number three is the most difficult one.
Yep.
For the other, that's actually okay. Like we can count it.
Okay. Nice. Anything else, Liz?
That's for that card. Do I have update for the other
Yep.
card?
Just make sure to put this as a checklist, yeah, Liz, so that we kind of know
I
also like
see. Yeah, yeah.
how what's the plan.
I think I haven't write down some of
Yep.
them also, but it's summarized in the bagan in the diagram. Um, what is the other card? That's about best practice. I haven't updated yet actually.
Yep.
But for the best practice for the pricing, it's actually progressing by all the the DA
Data
intern,
analyst. Mm.
and already coordinate with VD and also me yesterday. I think if yesterday or I'm forget. Yeah,
Monday.
yesterday. Oh, Monday. Yeah. That's for this one. Can you go back? I would like to see my list with the card. Um. That's for the weekly. No update for this, but for the weekly target, I already gave to HER for this, and I think we kind of not really confident for achieving the first week target, because I think the booking pace right now is really slowing down, like only getting a five. 4 and 6, right, bookings a day. So perhaps we need to uh, take some major changes. Is it about the price? Perhaps we agree that we will increase like a little bit for the July
July and
price.
August, yeah.
Yeah, July and August. But now, as we know that we have the PPKM policy, I don't think that will be a high season anymore. So, do we need to adjust the price again, like to the bottom price that we can do? That's my question.
Right. Maybe that's a question for everyone.
Yeah,
I'd like to invite maybe where's Alif? Oh,
Alif is
Alif.
there.
Alif,
Let's
what do
put
you think,
it
Alif?
Yes, I think PPKM policy really affect our inquiries. I think for Instagram itself, the inquiries
Yeah.
is very low for the past 2 weeks. Of weekly, so we get like 10 or 12, but for last week it's only 3. So yes, I think PPKM really impact until 20 of July, and we
Until
can
20th of
do
July.
yeah until 20 July for Jawa and Bali. I think.
Okay, 20 July from Java and Bali, yeah. Okay, so as Lilis mentioned before, if you look at the booking pace, yeah, it's kind of dropping in a sense compared to like the previously, like for every beginning of the month, there is a peak. But the peak for this one is pretty low compared to the previous month. So do you agree to what Liz mentioned just now, Alif, regarding the reduction of price? Because initially we thought July and August should be the peak season, right? If everything
Yeah,
goes like
yes, yes,
normally.
yes. I think if the PPKM is still ongoing until 20 of July, yes, I think it's not our peak season, or it's not our peak season for holiday. I think yeah, just wait for the government for the updates.
Yeah.
Is it going to until is it only until 20 of July, or they will extend it? But I believe that the government will extend it until August, or yeah,
Like previously, yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
previously.
so now we agree to revert the price for July at least, yeah, to the previous price, right, Lilis?
yep, yep. But I think it will work until August for my side.
So we're going to extend it to August, yeah. Um, so that's
Perhaps
agreed.
any data
Yeah.
analyst, data
Any data
scientist
analyst wants to
analyst or
support this
scientist.
idea
Yeah.
or refute this idea of reverting the prices until August? Maybe, for example, like I'd say that for August, leave it be first, or maybe like until like there are until the 20th of July or something like that. Yes, sir. Do you have anything to add?
Let's go with the data analysts first
Yep.
and hear their opinions.
Yep,
Kak
Hakim.
Rafdi, what do you
Ah,
reverting means lowering the price?
yes. So say, make the same as June or something like that, or
Oh,
maybe even lower
maybe even lower, yeah.
because
So
previously July is higher than June and May.
yeah, I mean for me personally, I agree with that idea, yeah, because demand will be really low. I think as COVID in Indonesia is currently the highest it has been in the history, and people are simply currently scared to go to holidays. Personally, I think, and they scared to travel in planes and boats, usual stuff to get to Bali. Yeah. So I mean, with that being said, the demand will be really low, and for me personally, I agree with lowering the price, even maybe lower than before, because currently people's behavior aren't exactly they want to go to holidays or go outside for that matter. So yeah, I mean that's personally I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Thank you very much, Hakim, for the input. Yes, to Mr. J, maybe you have something to add.
Okay, a few things. I kind of agree. I agree with Halcom's conclusion, but I don't necessarily agree with his analysis, right? That's fairly anecdotal rather than actual factual, right? What is perhaps a fact is this. We should investigate what is the booking window for August bookings and understand if we are going to get August bookings, when should they actually be happening? I would imagine they would be happening right now, right? about maybe 2 or 3 weeks away from the actual date of travel. So based on that, we can see what our leading edge of bookings is. And based on that, we can see is the leading edge filling as quickly as it should be. If it's not, then that is, regardless of whether there's a PPKM or not, right? That is essentially the data indicator that we need to start changing the price. Because as we get closer and closer and the booking window shrinks, we know that there's fewer and fewer opportunities for bookings to actually happen. So I do also feel it's a good idea, but I think the data-driven approach would be to look at what is the
Booking
traditional
window.
booking window, right?
Yep.
And are we in that booking window right now for August? And if we are, and we're not getting bookings, then what's the situation there? Also, we probably also can look at inbound flights to Bali, right? Are the inbound flights to Bali at higher prices than they were in June? If they are, believes then the airline industry believes that they probably can still get higher prices for August. But if they're lower, I would imagine that they probably know something we don't know, right? And that could be a good, what do you call, signal to us to also do similar things.
Yep. Thank you very much, sir, for the feedback. Hakim, could you note that down in the discussion management to be discussed by the data analyst team like this Friday, latest by this Friday, but do it asynchronously up to until that at that point, yeah. And then the decision can be set, and also maybe the distribution of the pricing can be done on Friday.
Okay, so the discussion will be about current looking at current booking window, yeah, and price
Uh,
Bali.
that thing can be done asynchronously, but the distribution of like the decision on what is the price and so on and so forth, please discuss it on Friday
Oh, I see.
among the
Okay,
data analysts. Yeah.
the general discussion,
Yes.
yeah.
Correct.
Get it.
Yes. Lilis, anything to add for this one, for the weekly target, sales
Uh,
target?
no, I don't think so.
Okay. Thank you very much, Lilis, for the update. And last for this one.
I think that's the card to initiate the analysis of amenities, but I haven't started yet actually. It's
Yep.
related to yesterday analysis.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Lilis. Any question or maybe any feedback for Lilis's updates today? None. If there are none, then let's move on to the next update by VD. First, regarding this one, the one that is completed is only one checklist regarding the adding the latest educational background and DB in employee and also in Trello. Because previously, there is an unexpected behavior due to Integromat only detecting until Z column. And then yesterday, we also cleaned up some data set in the database to get the actual, get the accurate data for June, only June. I think the one that is still on trial previously. There is actually a duplicate data, a bit like for the first few entries. The next thing that I would like to do for this one is actually the completing the other one actually. The completing the data for the card movement from prior to June. So that's the update for this one. For the predicting the company revenue, previously Kyla helped me to figure out the number. So what the number that we got actually from the whole interest model was 53.5K, assuming that we follow the previous pattern. But we added, Liz and I had the discussion about this on what number to include, and we decided that we will put the revenue projection at 60 because considering the error margin from the previous month, which is around 7,000, is a bit huge. That's why we added on that on top of this one. But just like what Liz mentioned before, I think that this month is going to be a bit more difficult to achieve the revenue target of 6,000. And if you notice that the stretch target is 72,000, it's because when we compare this data, the predicted value and also the set revenue target when we were about to set the revenue target, the jump from June to July on 2019 is quite a lot. I think it's about 100,000 USD, yeah, Lilis, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so if we want to achieve the same month-on-month growth of 80% compared to 2019, it's going to be 72,000. That's why we added it as a stretch target, just to have a set of we still have our eyes on that particular thing, on that particular number. At this point, we're about we're about 60 to 70% confident that we'll be able to achieve the revenue target. But yeah, we'll set up the different strategies that we found out in the guest funnel to achieve this one. So that's the idea. That's the result from the operationals. Any question or maybe any feedback for this update?
Yeah, I think additional further discussion that we've done in Slack with,
Yep.
I think, with Felix and also you, right? It's related to how to
Oh, the multi-variable thing.
yeah, the multivariable thing
Yeah.
about the revenue projection. Like, should we try to modify the first version of the
Yep.
company
Yep.
revenue
Yep.
projection?
Yeah. Yeah. That could be big project for us, for the data scientists.
And just
Currently, our big project revolves around the monthly newsletter. Though, what do you think?
monthly
Just have,
newsletter.
yeah.
Okay.
But we can do both at the same time, maybe.
Yeah, I think we need to finish the first project first.
Yep.
Then that can be the second project.
Okay. Noted. Please write, Mr. Secretary. Please have me write in the yeah, company revenue to for the data scientists to create the next big project, which is to improve the modeling for the company revenue projection. Anyone else wants to give a suggestion or input? None? Maybe question for Arya. Arya, did Kaila take you to do the company revenue projection, or she did it alone? This is to Arya.
Kenapa?
Oh, did Kaila invite you to make the company revenue projection, or she did it alone?
Eh,
Did you guys do it together for the company revenue projection?
enggak sih kak, saya sendiri kak.
Huh?
Company or the property?
Yang mana?
The
Property.
company. The company
Oh,
is
sorry.
not the property.
Company.
Oh.
You haven't done the company revenue projection,
Belum
yeah?
belum kak.
Okay, then I'll have Kaila to coach you on that one, so that the handover for
VD, I
after
think
Kaila uploads.
I'll
Yep.
hand over it to Felix because
Felix, yeah.
have a
Okay.
longer time to stay here. No.
Sure. That works as well. Just need to ask Kaila to change the name in the other thing then. Okay. If there are no more questions, then let's move on to the next update for David. Over to you, David.
Yep, thank you, VD. For my updates, the first one I want to say thank you for finance team who work on this project. Yep, for everyone, for your information, this is the first income statement that we make in new format, accrual format. And for last month, in June, we get the highest revenue this year, exclude the owner fee, and we get back the profit, net profit in per month after the last one in January. For the details, we got net revenue, and 122 million, and our expenses is 114 million, and so we got net profit, net income on 8 million. So good job team for this, and that's all my update.
Right. Thank you very much, David, and also the finance team. I hope that this can go on like every month, yeah. And the net profit after how many months, David, of negative profit?
5 months.
5 months, yeah. 5 months. Okay. Clap your hands for everyone. Let's go. Okay. But yeah, regardless, thank you very much. So it seems that the framework for this operational task is going well. And thank you very much, David, Alfina, and Bella for setting up the template that we can use. Just remember to put this G sheet somewhere that in a shared folder, yeah. In a shared folder. I mean, where yeah should we put, just let's discuss about that
I think
later
we
on.
have the Dropbox, right? For
Yeah,
VI?
but for this one, is it open or not for non-finance or something? Yeah, let's
Oh,
discuss
yeah,
on
yeah.
Friday. But that's the gist of it. Anyone wants to give an input or feedback for this operational for David's update? None. Just to clarify, so David, aside from this operational task, are there any projects that you're doing right now?
Projects
Together
on
with Elvina, yeah, on the
yeah,
resume.
together with Elvina and Bella to work on others part of financial report statement, financial statement.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much, David, for the update. Let's move on to the next one. Kyla actually delegated me for the updating of records. Actually, Kyla and also Vera. For Kyla and for the monthly newsletter, the update is that for the data scientist part, I believe that yesterday I coached Vera for the script, and she's still trying to make the visualization. The script can be found on the Google Drive of the BI team that contains all the script. Uh, yeah, but in general, it's going pretty slow actually for this particular project. Uh, actually the project management previously was a bit missing. So yesterday I kind of like set things up for them, like what to do, like give a set of direct instructions. So yeah, we'll need more updates, and please, Mr. Secretary, please note to the people who are involved in this project to give a more detailed update about this the updates. Yeah, thank you. And for this one, and of contract for occupancy rate, like the occupancy rate of the interns. So we figured out that the width is available on for horizontal bar chart is available on redash 10. So that's an issue that should be brought up to the product development team. So we haven't had any update on that one. But currently, the HR team do have the tool, and there are no follow up yet from the client on this one. So it's a bit. We'll reconfirm to the client whether this is still like what's the urgency of this one, right? So, Mr. Secretary, please add that as well on this card. Yeah. Any questions or feedback, please write down directly on Kaila's card, yeah? Thank you. And next, let's move on to the next update by Alif. Alif, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Kak Vidi. So my updates. So I have three cards. I think for the property optimization, I've already finished for the Uluwatu part, but I haven't asked Kagani how's the impact after the Airbnb listing. Maybe after this, I will ask Kagani how's the performance and how's the impact. Is it getting better or not? And for the Canggu area, I think I'm still working on it. It's still on progress because I've just finished my final exam. So yeah, maybe I'll finish the Canggu this week, maybe this Friday. And for my last card for TikTok, finally, we've already made MVP for the TikTok campaign together with Lalita. Thanks to Lalita from PR and also Sharon who makes the content for the awareness funnel. And we've already made the foundation. We've already complete and make the foundation like the best practice in the form of paper better than before. We've already also make the guidelines for the content strategy each week and the role of each person in this team. So there will be 3%. I think it's PR, BI, and also marketing. And also all the objectives for this campaign and the KPIs. And for the performance for our MVP, so we've only post one MVP for this campaign, and the performance is I think it's really low. It gets only 79 views, and the total of likes is only 5. Well, I can say that our first MVP has not yet reached the KPI that we previously set because our KPI is 450 views. And yes, for our first MVP, I think it's still low. And for my analysis, I think our first MVP did not reach for several reasons because first, our number of followers is still small, it's still 2. The followers is Lalita and Sharon also. Yeah, so our team is the only followers. And for the quality of the video, I think yeah, it's a little blurry. So making the video quality is not strong enough to answer the FYP. So yeah, maybe we need to improve just like the Instagram Reels. For our MVP for the Instagram Reels, it's only get like uh no more than 100. But after we after we implement the better video quality for Instagram, well, it reached more than 700 views. So maybe for the TikTok, we will try to improve the quality of the video. And for the next plan, so the TikTok team is combined with the eager reels team, and we already have regular meetings every week to discuss the performance of the content we have created. So yeah, every week we will re-strategize and reanalyze for the next content. And yes, after that, if the campaign is become more stable, I think it can be a next candidate for revenue campaign. But for now, it's still not stable. We need to improve it more and more. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you, Olive, for the updates. Just a quick question for what is FYP again?
FYP is I don't what is FYP for your page? It's like a timeline in Instagram, kak. So like it's like timeline.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
And then for the best practice documentation, just a quick question as well. Did you guys import the best practice from other social media like strategies, or you build it like from the beginning again?
Yes, we build it from zero.
Okay.
Yes.
What I'm trying to say is, I think it might be a good idea to like import some knowledge that we have from
Oh,
other
okay. Yes, yes.
social media, because like for the video quality, right? Yeah, that is already known in Instagram previously, right? So and then like maybe in Facebook or Instagram, if there are some best practices like hashtags, what kind of hashtag do you guys use for this one, for this video, for example?
Oh, the hashtag is still the same with the Instagram. So yeah.
Same the same from the Instagram, right?
No, in TikTok there's limitation for caption.
Oh,
Limitation.
limitation for
Yeah.
caption.
So the maximum of the hashtags I think is only 3.
But you guys refer to hashtags from the previously known best like performing hashtags, right, from the other platforms.
Yes, yes, from Instagram.
Okay, yeah. Just if we can start to like migrate from the something that already exists before, maybe we will then like start from the beginning. Okay, but overall, yeah, nice start. Maybe anyone wants to give a like suggestion or feedback? Like maybe Bella, you use TikTok, right? Or who used TikTok previously?
No, I just download, but I don't post any content on TikTok.
Yeah, I mean like what kind of do you have any like insights on what are the Dila, yeah. Oh, yeah. But Bella, do you have any like info to like feedback for Alif?
Yeah, I think the content is important that we should like to focus on the time. So we need to make the people interest for the long time. Then it can make the viewer
Yes.
or the content is comes up to another viewers gitu.
You
So
mean the
the
duration of the
times,
video?
yeah, the duration. How
Ah,
long we stay on that video? It can
impact like how
impact. Yeah, impact.
the time.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So
Yeah.
this kind of knowledge, Alif, are you aware of this? Like the time, the duration needs to be.
Yes, for that. Yeah, for that thing, for that algorithm, I think we've already discussed it.
Yep.
But for this MVP, the only thing that is blue maximal, I think it's only the quality of the video. It's really blurry.
I
Yeah.
see. Yeah, we have
Yes.
some suggestion in the chat box as well by Arya.
Yes.
Using clickbaiting and also something. Yeah, it is
Yes.
like standard social media technique. Anyone else wants to give any feedback or suggestions for comments for Alif's update for today? Like Tila, maybe. Who knows?
I
No?
actually just
Yeah?
saw the video, right? And
Yep.
I agree with Khalif that the quality is really
Yes.
bad.
Yes.
So it's not attracting enough. It's not
Yes. Yes.
attractive enough.
Yes.
I guess
Because
that's why.
we have apa ya? Kekurangan resource. Yeah. For Kak Gani, I think the one who edit the content is Sharon from marketing, but yeah, we already make the MVP, right? For TikTok, it's only one. Actually, there's 2. So the IG Reels and TikTok content will be the same.
I see.
Yeah.
So we'll
So
compare it
jadi
with the higher
yeah,
quality one and see whether the performance is
MVP
better.
yang kedua better quality, but we haven't posted
Okay.
on TikTok. Maybe we try to post.
Okay.
Alright.
Nice. All right, thank you,
Thank you.
Alif. Any more
Good job.
suggestions could be written down on the activity, and just read the updates from Alif, and I think he will appreciate like any suggestions. Anything else? Any suggestion for or feedback for Alif's update in general for today? None. Okay, if there are none, then let's move on to the next update. We have Kevin. Over to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Ko. So, my second card and property optimization for Jimbaran Nugasan is still ongoing.
Mm-hmm.
I last week I focused on Facebook, so I just did a few properties for this one, and I'll continue this week. And for the second card for the Uber property optimization, so Kagani asked to see the performance, right? So
Yep.
I checked Tokit on the 3 properties that have been the title has been optimized, and Pondok Rio and Wananta Villa 3 actually has bookings, but it's from the owner, not the Airbnb. So like for July, it's like for a month or so, it's already been booked from the owner. But for Sunrise House, there are 3 bookings from Airbnb, one in July, one in August, and one in October, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not sure about Pondok Rio and Wananta Villa. I think that's also like the owner already booked like a month or so, so it's hard to for for the Airbnb guests to book, since in 1 month they can't book anymore. But for Sunrise House, I think it's going relatively well, I should say.
I see. So, yeah. Regarding the first card, actually, so you're doing the analysis, and then you will also send this back to Kagani or other marketing team.
No, I only tag Kagani in this card.
Oh, because it's not done yet, or because what should you do after doing the analysis?
Not really sure. I
Because
think
you
this
have the analysis, right? And how do we make an actionable out of it?
just think that we should like sorry, my brain is right. We should analyze why Pondok Rio and Wanata Villas title optimization is like not working, and so
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. For this one, it's already applied, right?
yes,
Right. The
yeah,
strategy that you made um for Ubud is already applied. It started to be applied, right? For the other one, for the other area, are you going to apply this together with Kagani as well? Yeah, because Kagani is in this card, right?
yes, I already tag
Okay.
Kagani as well for the Jimbaran and Nugasan.
Okay, so according to Lilis, Wananta Villa 3 is open right now. And yeah, I'm aware of this thing because from HR that Wananta actually blocked a lot of their calendars. Yeah, Lilis, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. That's for I think June, and it's starting open right now, like from July.
Yes, Kak. But the owner like book like a day or so, like multiple times in July. But Wanata Villa 1 and 2, yeah, they block like 4 months
Yeah.
full.
Yeah.
But
And
no
I still have a
Airbnb,
chance.
no Airbnb
One and I think.
bookings.
Right. Okay, so going back to the performance of the analysis, right? You're looking at the bookings after um, the strategy was applied. Did you look at the booking pace?
Well, I haven't actually. I checked Tokit and tried to see the calendar and
Yep.
see if
Because it might be the case that the booking already exists from previous prior to the strategy setting application, right? So you can check Redash for the booking page whether the booking page actually increased, because if it is applied, right, and then it might be the case that the booking page increases, but for future periods. Yes, sir. Oh, no. Okay, I thought yeah. Okay, yeah. So be sure to check that on Redash as well to confirm. And Pondok Rio, yeah. What do you think, Lilis, for Pondok Rio?
Hondorio currently is still blocked per owner.
block ya by owner ya.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suggest you to reevaluate using another metric, Kevin, for this one. And then if it doesn't work, then just as you mentioned, we have to analyze again why it doesn't work. What do you think? Okay, for the others as well, the one that has a area coverage, please make sure also that the strategies, because I know your strategies are good, like top-notch level, right? But if it's not applied, then it will stay as an idea, and you have to make it actionable, just like what Kevin did with Kagani here. So yeah, thank you, Kevin. Anything else from the others? None. Okay, if there are none, then let's move on to Vera. Vera actually doesn't have a card under her name, only the Nusa Penida and Jakarta optimization. I believe this is together with Michael. Yeah, Michael, do you have visibility on the updates for this one? Yeah, there's a best practice paper.
Yeah. Currently not, because we are currently still discussing about the best practice with all the data analysts, right?
Yep.
So there is no update.
So you guys are focusing on the big project and also with the big projects. Yeah. Okay. Then let's move to Manasa. Manasa, over to you.
Thank you, Kak Lidi. So for my cards, I'm right now working on the sales commission card, the sales compensation scheme, and as I mentioned earlier, I came up with a pros and cons table for this. I read a few articles and I weighed the pros and cons. And I realized that right now is not the best time to change our sales compensation, especially make it uncapped, because our revenue is just recovering. But meanwhile, I think what we can do is come up with the best practice paper for an uncapped sales commission scheme. So I'll be working on the best practice paper for the rest of my weeks, until I have 2 more weeks for the deadline. So I'll be coming up with the best practice paper and also coming up with the right time to introduce a new commission scheme, for which I will soon be setting up a meeting with you as well, to understand the revenue projections for the future, to see whether we'll make enough to have an uncapped commission. And I'll also be setting up a meeting with the sales and business development department to see how the commission works right now. So that's the only update I have for my cards.
Oh yeah, for that one you can actually discuss it with me as well. So Mr. Secretary, please write that Manasa will invite VD for pairing to discuss regarding that particular project. For this one, no update, yeah?
Yeah, no update yet for this one.
Okay. Anyone wants to give feedback or suggestion to Manasa? Yes, sir.
Manasa, go ahead and tag me on that. I think I might have somebody. Oh, this is guest funnel. Okay, never mind.
Yep.
I think I have a partnership funnel.
Yeah, for the guest funnel. Yep. Latest maybe. Do you have any suggestion for Manasa on how to progress on her cards?
No, actually, but I know that Manasa understand about the first card. Perhaps I would like to ask the friction. What's the friction?
Yeah. What are the friction in this one?
There's no friction in this one as of now. It's just that I'm focusing on the sales compensation card because I have an action plan for this card as well, but the deadline for this is later, so I was just trying to finish up the sales compensation card. But I understood this card quite well because it's quite relevant to my skills. Yeah.
Okay, because as I mentioned in the second card, I can't see any good progress for both cards. So I might trying to understand what's the friction from you actually. So if you have any frictions outside the knowledge or anything, you can reach me out or VD perhaps for that.
Sure, Kak. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Be sure to reach out to us if you have any friction with your cards, yeah, Manasa. And any feedback or questions for Manasa? None? If there are none, let's move on to the next updates. Alvina, over to you.
Elvin. For the Elvina card.
Yep.
For the first card, investment, Elvina, I think, and has started trying to do it directly, and now progressing in creating account, and or perhaps Manasha as a body part. partner project. Can you explain more about this project for investment, Manasa?
Yep, Manasa.
Sure, Kak. Yeah. So basically, right now, Elvina was working on setting up the trading account, which is very close to completion right now. So it should be set up. I think she sent an update. Just let me get that out. Um, so she mentioned that it should be set up by today. So the trading account, and we've been working on strategies. So as you can see, we've had brainstorming sessions with Mr. Jing, where he's been advising us on how we can kind of like improve our strategies. So yeah, we're just right now working on that. And once the trading account is up, we should be able to capitalize it soon and put in some money in stocks. Yeah.
Okay, investment for stock. Okay. Yep. That's all for the first card, VD. And next, for the second card.
Yep.
Yeah, for the cash flow. Yeah. Before Elvina has done with the income statement, now now move to cash flow, which already start in this week and has some revision that and some action point that to fix the cash flow, and we hope cash flow will be done in the next before next scrum, and I will add that do that for this card. Yeah, that's all, Fili, for
Let's see.
Elvina's.
So the cash flow for 6056 okay, 6056 7467 and 4836 is already settled, yeah?
Yep, really.
And it's what's the accuracy? Is it already 100%?
With our hitungan kami sih ya 100%.
I see.
But
and this is recorded in
in
Zero or Excel?
what?
This is recorded in Zero or Excel?
No, still in Excel.
Okay. No worries, no worries. Yeah, as we've mentioned before, what Lilis and I mentioned, yeah, it's better to use the Excel than having nothing yet, than waiting for Zero. Okay. Yeah, good progress. So you're working like Elvina and you are working on this, yeah?
Yep. And Bella too.
Oh, and also Bella, yeah?
Also Bella.
Okay, sure. Nice. Anyone wants to give any update for the finance thing? Yeah, as usual, I have to like learn about finance, then I will give input. What is this cash flow, right? And for investment, cash flow. Anyone wants to give any input for the Dave Alvina's update? No? Okay. For investment, Manasa. So you guys already settled like because it's going to be up, right? So what's the budget again that you guys will have?
So initially it was 500, right, Kakvidi? Now
500.
Mr. Jing
Yes.
upped it to $1,000.
Okay, $1,000.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the budget. Yeah.
Okay, sir, do you have anything to update on this card, sir?
Okay, let
Yeah, I
me
think we have a
correct
lot
it.
of discussion. Yep.
It's $500 each time and 10 times, so it's actually $5,000. So we're gonna make 10 hypotheses, and the end output of this is actually to find which. We're all new, right? So we I guess are all figuring out how to invest. What we're looking to do is we're trying to figure out how to actually invest by investing. So that should be the end goal: a strategy that is reliable and actually works. So that's kind of like a little bit of the correction. But yeah, if we can make money this way, maybe this can be our primary business one day.
Yeah. All right. So it's 5,000, yeah?
It's 5,000 over 10.
Over 10, 10 iterations. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All I can say is I'll help any way I can, and if you guys have time, for Manasa and also Alvina, please read the book The Intelligent Investor. I think that's a good book. Like to give you a foundation of how to read the graphs in stocks and stuff like that. Anyway, if there are no more feedback and questions, let's move on to the next update. Arya, any updates?
Updates. No updates for visualization property revenue, Kak.
Yep.
Still waiting from product development.
Oh yeah, product development to update to Redash
Yeah,
10. Yeah.
Redash, yeah.
Oh yeah, but you already submitted the to who? Chris or me? Or
Apa ya?
to feature request, right? Feature request.
Sorry Kak,
You
gimana?
gave the request to feature to the link, the Google Form link, right?
Oh ya udah.
Oh yeah, udah ya. Okay, yeah. So please keep on following up to them and like
Oh, okay.
find them to drive this initiative, yeah, because your card is dependent on that. So like always follow up with whoever is holding that card in product development.
Okay.
Next, what about this one? Oh yeah.
I've already made a visualization from last week.
Okay.
Data science discussion. This inquiry each area from
Facebook.
Messenger kali list from
Yeah.
January to June.
January
Yeah.
to June.
Ya. So yang paling banyak dicari Canggu ya. Dari hasil scrapingnya datanya.
Yep.
Ini hasilnya inquiry in each area.
I see. Any difference like when you compare it? Oh, we do not promote Yogyakarta property in Facebook Do you like, is there any difference between like, this is from January, right? Did you compare it like from January and then like maybe a bit lately from June to July? Are there any difference in the patterns? Or are you going to, oh yeah, this is only for the tool, yeah? You have the, okay, so you figure out the, number of inquiry. And then this is the listing, yeah, that is performing well, yeah?
Yeah, this for this chart for property. Jadi properti yang paling banyak dicari apa? Ini sebenarnya banyak banget Kak, ada banyak banget propertinya, cuman kalau ditaruh semua pusing lihatnya.
Yes. But this is are the top performing ones?
Top ya, yang paling banyak cari.
Okay. Have you shown this to like Lilis?
No, ini cuma contoh Kak. Yang response time Kak ada satu.
Response time ya, right? Where?
Ada.
Response time.
Di attach. Nah itu tuh yang itu.
Yep.
Ya itu dapat response time-nya kurang lebih 1,65 jam Kak.
Yep. So this is from January ya?
Yeah.
So can we make it like per month?
Oh bisa.
Ya bisa ya. Because this is like average from January. Okay. Have you invited your team to use this tool?
No.
Because haven't moved to Google Colab ya?
Iya. Jadi gini Kak, buat kalau pakai Google Colab tuh harus minta authentication code terus ke yang punya drive.
Right.
Jadi kemarin saya mau ngetes lagi, nggak bisa karena harus minta lagi.
Yeah, that's true. You need access to the Bukit Vista email because it's safe in the Google Drive of Bukit Vista
Yeah.
Okay, that works in a sense. What do you think, Lilis, about the data that is shown after the iteration?
I think to improve the visualization, you can short like from
the most.
Yeah, making the Pareto chart to ease us to see and compare. I think for the Facebook, I would like to offer to Alif.
Yep, Alif, can this tool be helpful to you?
What is it?
This tool. This is basically.
Alif, Kevin.
Kevin, guys, Alif is Instagram, no?
Yeah.
Yes, Kevin. Do you think this tool will be useful for you, Kevin, to analyze your listing performance and also the area?
I think yes, since I did a market analysis right on June, and most of the data is actually similar with mine. So like Canggu is the most searched one, is the same as my analysis, but I think it should be easier since it took me like a week to analyze that. Yeah, I think it makes my job easier if there's a inquiry scraper.
Okay, don't cry, yeah, Kevin. Okay, this is interesting. So I think Kevin is the right person to actually try like your product firsthand because he is the campaign manager for Facebook. Yeah. let's Arya, you have difficulty on setting things up in Google Colab, right?
Iya Kak. Can you help me Kak? Deploy it to Google Colab?
Yeah, of course. Set up a time with me, yeah. And maybe for the others, do you have any questions or things that you would like to see from the? So this is the sample data, right? This for now, Arya took the message sender, the timestamp, and also the content. What kind of other things that you guys would like to see, for example, that could be insightful? Any feedback? Because the data scientist needs the data analyst help to figure out what to look for. Yes, Kevin, over to you.
Wait, I want to ask Arya. The timestamp is how to read the timestamp.
Oh, this is epoch timestamp. Don't worry.
I've already made the new CSV with
human timestamp.
That time. I have already import from timestamp to that time.
Okay.
So this is epoch timestamp, counting the number of seconds since 1970 or something like that.
Okay, and it counts duplicate. Like if a person inquires like multiple times, it registers as different entries, right?
Different entry, I think.
Can we like have a filter to remove duplicate names, since sometimes people ask like for a number of properties at the same time.
Oh, so but usually in Airbnb it's counted as 4 different inquiries. Oh yeah. Just list down the things that you would like to start up a discussion. Yeah. What kind of things you would like to see, Kevin, in your, because this tool is actually like tailored for your campaign, I think. Okay, nice. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Arya, do you have any more?
Eddie, quick one. Let me take a look at that Facebook paper again.
Yep.
You're asking like essentially what are some other parameters we can take a look at. If I'm looking at this right now, I don't see insight. I just see conversation, right?
Oh yeah, this is the raw data set, sir.
Correct. Remember, is it possible to remember we had that? I think it was that IBM thing, right? We passed all our reviews over to Watson.
Yep.
Watson then gave us a sentiment analysis.
Positive or negative sentiment.
Right. Do you think we could classify conversations into, I don't know, this is a high potential lead, this is a low potential lead, or just figure out a way to classify them and then structure what like the appropriate response would be. So we can start kind of making sense of the data. And the other thing I was thinking about, well, first, is that the direction you want to go with this particular data?
Yeah. So initially, what kind of data that we extracted was only like, okay, for this listing, how many inquiry, and then what's the area interested, and also the response time of the HR team.
Got it.
So that's the initial one, because it's like a new project to take the data from Facebook. But yeah, furthermore, we can actually investigate the deeper potential from all this data.
Okay, like the theme of the month. Is it possible to scrape the other user, the inquirer?
Inquiry from other users?
No, the person who's inquiring. Can we figure out more about them?
I think this is related to the initial repository that Arya took. I think Arya mistakenly take the scraper for Facebook in general as opposed to this kind of scraper, but maybe it can be integrated for some reason somehow. Yeah. Okay. So finding the profile of the user that asked, right?
Right, because if we can do that, I think we can start creating personas. If we can start creating personas, we can have more targeted marketing.
Okay, understood. Yep. Actually, we only have 1 minute left. Can we ask an extension for like 5 to 10 minutes just to for the updating? I think we have oh my god, we have a lot of people, 6, 7 people more. Okay, make this quick, yeah, guys. Just the conclusion, and maybe if any questions, write it down on the activity. I'm panicking. Okay, thank you very much, Arya, for the update. Let's go to Patricia. Patricia, over to you.
Okay, for my updates, the gas package formulation, the MVP is ready, and
Yep.
I'm waiting for the owner's confirmation. We have already, just now, the owner has already confirmed about the amenities that will be provided, and we are planning to make the promotional stuff to post on social media.
I see.
My main concern is the speed booth is still open like usual, but visitors might need the stay permit. So if the promotion is to run right now, the result might not reflect the future possibilities. So is it still a go? And the second update is for the local OTAs promotion, because some owners asked about promoting their properties in local OTAs, and so the properties have already been passed on to Hakim to be published in Agoda. And for the Booking.com pricing trouble, the difference for the Rumah Noni property, the owner wants to lower the price and asked for 700K net. And I have already prepared the preliminary price, and I have already sent it to Kalilis to check it. Okay, that's all from me.
Okay, thank you, Patricia. For my question, I have referred Lilis to maybe try to start up a conversation there. For the local OTA, yeah. Just like Hakim's private, yeah. Then we will hear from that one. If there are any questions, remember to write down in Patricia's activity. Let's move on to the next update for Dila. Over to you, Dila.
Okay, thank you, Kofidi. So, about the commission package, like 2 or 3 days ago, me, Mike, and Anis already had discussion and proposed the packages. But after a long discussion with Kofidi and Kak Lilis, we decided to learn more about the BV model business. And Kak Lilis also will help us lead the project by deciding what services we want to include in the project, and later me, Anis, and Mike will help with the calculation. Yes, that's for me. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so Lilis is leading the project. Yeah. When can we? So yeah, of course before, because yesterday we kind of like give more feedback. How long would you take? Will it take Lilis? Do you think to create the final package
Yeah,
for this one?
I think since it's integrated to BD and premised by Saturday, with BD team, so perhaps Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, this
Okay.
Saturday.
Sure. Let's Saturday. Yeah. Mr. Secretary, please change the deadline for that one on Saturday after discussion with the BD team. On the discussion with the BD team. Okay, thank you very much, Dila, for the update. Over to you, Bella.
Okay, thanks, Covidio. And I have the card here for the first one, the commission rate. Actually, I get confused because I have pairing with community, because after I asked Mokwayana, the commission rate is changed by the community. But after I discussed with Kaasa from community, the commission rate is not their responsibility, but the pricing team actually. And I get confused, and for the next progress that I can do, I will have pairing with Kabayu. I hope from the last BI or not BI all hands that we can trace the data from Trello with Airtable, so we don't really need the additional spreadsheet actually.
Yep.
And yeah, from the Trello, there is some miss of data or lack of data. There's no commission rate for some property, so I get a little bit confused for this one.
Okay.
Fidi,
Yes.
I think by looking at the contract will be the best way we can identify it. Like
Yeah, and
let's do it like the manually one time, and then do not reinvent the wheel later on. So do you know where to get the contract, Bella?
I think some contract is attached on PRM Trello.
yes, it's supposed to be attached in a
Yeah.
No. You can find it on bigger property.
Yes.
Okay.
Bigger
Yeah,
is also
property
okay.
list.
But I think not all have the access for that one. But
Yeah.
For
let me know
bigger.
if you can find, yeah. I mean for the seeing the
Okay.
looking at the contract.
I see. But I think
Yeah.
you can ask for the access when you
Yeah. Let me know if you can find it, yeah, in bigger in the property list.
the property list, yeah, Bella. Yeah. You
Okay.
try to find first. If you don't find it, and you can contact me on video.
Yes. Thank you very much. What else, Bella?
Okay, I have a question about the commission list
Oh
actually.
yeah, yes.
For the property list, is there any change for the commission rate after the contract is signed? Maybe they will change the package or else. Is it possible?
Sometimes it changes, like on extra, like some instances it just changed for some reason, right? And that's what we want to avoid, like
What
getting
do
the
you
wrong
mean
data.
sometimes it change?
Like the case with lot 6 where the commission is reduced, right?
Ah,
Remember
that's the
that
case
kind of,
with Mr.
yeah, that
Kim.
extra cases like that.
I
Yeah,
see. Okay. Yeah, it were some cases, but I don't think.
that is that often, yeah. But then the rate is a bit different, right? For Bali properties, the older one usually is 15%, but for the newer one it's 20%, something like that. And for Jogja
Yeah.
properties, it's mostly 15%.
Okay.
So that kind of case. Yeah, we'll discuss later on, yeah, about this one, yeah.
Okay.
More about the
Okay.
commission.
Okay, I think we can go next to the third card because the
Yep.
second card, I still waiting for Kak Chris to ask Dan as the outsourcing employee. I think
Yep.
for the BV go, and for the third card, uh, for the journalizing, I think I need for more confidence to gain the information, the accurate data because I've analyzed the data on bigger, the bank transaction, but I still get confused.
Yeah.
What can I do? Because I think it's related to the transaction, but I don't know how to trace it.
Yeah, the source data, right? From the bank
Okay.
transaction, right?
Yeah.
Try to, David, can you help with that? Yeah, basically the mutation, right?
Hmm.
The bank mutation.
Wait, yeah.
Only Mo Wayan, yeah, holds this data, yeah.
Me have that data.
You have also, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Discuss further with David. Mr. Secretary, please write down that Bella will have a further discussion with David. Yeah. On this one, for the accurate data. Anything else, Bella?
No, I think I will have pairing with Kadavit as
Okay.
usual. Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Jadi, back to you.
Bella. Yeah. Next, let's have Hakim. Over to you, Hakim.
Yeah. For the Agoda listing optimization, can you open that card, please?
Yep.
Yes, thank you. For this, so everything has been done, but it's we have to check the safety amenities in there, and then we have to put up at least 20 photos to every listing. So Kak Gani has been helping a lot, and he has listed all the properties that has been done in there. It almost adds up to close to 15 to 20 listings, I think.
Yep.
And yeah, I think the friction here is that Kagu has to cross check about the safety amenities. Does the property actually has the required safety amenities for Agoda? So safety and hygiene amenities. So I
So
think
those two are the
that's
one that
what.
is requiring Agoda, yeah.
Yes, yes. So I think that's what's been slowing this project down.
Okay.
But I think Kagani is still and then he has to collect more photos for every properties. I think he has to do that too. So yeah, those two things I think has been slowing this down. But yeah, I mean, but yeah, I still have a problem, right? I don't know how to track the. Can you go up to the key performance indicator? I don't know how to track this indicators yet. Yeah. So
Yeah, for this one, actually, regarding data acquisition, for data acquisition, you can consult to product development chapter actually. And then yeah, I will do it.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. I mean, okay, we'll discuss it later.
Yes.
Okay. So that's for
Hakim, have
this.
you tried to check on the account because
Yes, in the
as
account itself is there.
booking.com does,
Oh,
I think maybe
nothing.
Agoda also has that. support.
No performance analytics.
In Agoda?
Nothing. Yeah, I think the count. There's no such thing as analytics there. I don't know what's happening with our listing and yeah, I don't think they have this.
Okay, for this one, let's reconfirm, yeah, and set up a pairing with. Liz, do you want to take it or I'll take it for this one?
Uh,
I'll take it, yeah.
yeah.
For Agoda, yeah. Yeah, I'll take it for this one. Let's have a pairing on. I'll check on Agoda first, and then if there is the data, then we can take it from there. If for the automation, submit a feature request to a product development team.
Let's go.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go.
What else?
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that's all for this.
Yep.
Yes, and then for the next card, yeah, you can
Yes.
actually explain this to me since you just gave it like 2 hours ago.
Yes. So for this one, I've talked to Aika and also Gray. They will be your team in trying this MVP because you have a strategy for being in, right? And Tortoise is included in your area coverage. So
yes,
yeah, let's try to test out how good we are in optimizing this strategies. We have a month to get $1,000. Let's set this as an example on how to micromanage the properties. Yeah. So yeah, I will be the mentor of that card. Anything else?
Thank you.
Hakim?
Okay. No. That's it. That's all the updates. Yeah. Thank you, Kwafidi, for helping. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Hakim. This one non also yeah. Ticket.com and this one not yet, no update yeah. Okay, next let's move on to Anis. Anis, over to you.
Okay, Kwafidi. Thank you very much for my update.
On ticket.com.
Yep. Yep, Anis.
For my update, there's actually today me, Dila, Hadapit, and Bella is cross-check the data from the balance sheet, and there will be some kind of revision, and we decide to change the predict into monthly, so we can track it better.
I see. Previously, it's not monthly.
Yes, previously it's yearly.
Yearly. Okay.
Because the previous data before 20 and 21.
Yes.
2021 is very hard to search.
Okay, thank you very much. This is good. You have a deadline in Friday with the finance team. Nice job. Just add this in the card, yeah. Don't worry. Don't forget. Anything else, Anis?
That's all.
Okay, thank you very much, Anis. Next we have Michael. Michael, over to you. What do you have for us?
Yes, for the SEO, the research on how to improve Bukit Vista search result in Google. So apparently, like I said in the last week, we need to wait for 2 weeks, like I said. But for the first week, it seems there is still no change in the result. Maybe I should look deeper in that too, like why there is no change. And for the YouTube content, I have collaborated and discussed with Katendi, who is actually the one who optimized the YouTube. And he said that putting the link on the description is applicable. And he asked me whether I can give him the template, and I think I will give him the template around tomorrow or maybe Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's it for the and for the marketing request. Actually, there is no updates, and because I asked Cristobal about the one who delegated the email campaign, and she said that Carizal doesn't give her any info about what to do next. I think it's because she said that it become less priority, maybe because the result is not that good. So maybe they focus on another campaign. So yeah,
okay.
There is no update on it.
For Michael, for this campaign, just reconfirm the priority in the chapter with Christabel, and then find out like whether we should put this on pending, and then let's try to help with the one that has a higher priority in the marketing chapter, right? Or
Okay.
maybe if you are interested, if this doesn't show any rules, but never mind. Just focus on the one that has higher priority. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, nice. So, Mr. Secretary, please write down on this card that Michael will approach Cristobal regarding the prioritization, and also reconfirm whether this card is still necessary or not, and help with the higher priority cards. Anything else?
Okay. So phone call marketing research. So I
Yep.
have done pairing with Alif, and we actually talk about how the phone call campaign going, and we think it's necessary to actually improve the GMB optimization
Yep.
because she said that it's actually not I don't know if it's doing quite well or not, but I have already an access for it, and maybe I will look deeper in it. And we would like to expand the campaign, so I've asked Alif if whether we can do the phone call campaign via other social media, for example, like TikTok, which is actually most used. I don't know if it's most used or not, but is popular in Indonesia. And Alif said that TikTok is still not that organized, so we
Yep.
can do that.
That's true.
And yeah, still doing research of whether we can actually expand this phone call campaign, not just on the GMB website and Facebook.
Okay, so this one still needs optimization on the GMB part. Yeah. Okay. But you know what to do next, yeah? Please write
Yeah,
down the
yeah.
actionables. You wrote that you want to optimize the GMP and expand the campaign, but please write down the actionables also, like what kind of things that you would like to optimize. Yeah.
Vidi,
Okay.
Yep.
actually GMB is taken by ASA, right? You can try to coordinate with ASA if you want to.
Yep.
Try to take a look at GMB. And you talk about TikTok. I'm actually wondering, are the investor using TikTok? That's the first question that you need to answer if you want to optimize it to TikTok. And I think you need to find many more options that is more popular with
That
the
is more
investor.
popular with the
Yeah.
investor. Yeah.
Remember that
Find
your
the appropriate audience.
audience is the property owner, which they are actually investor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We chose like email because it's like more formal and so on and so forth. So, yes, sir.
I can probably guarantee that almost no investor level people use TikTok. So if you're talking about investors, it's probably like 50 to 40s and above. And you could just think of your own parents, right? Do they use TikTok? And if the answer is no, that kind of gives you some clarity there.